myself first. We can kiss, we can touch and do it often. But if you're here looking for love, that's when you lost me. You lost me, yeah.
Welcome back to the Now Morning Show, and you just heard from a Trini artist who's actually in LA doing big things. His name is Will Gittins, and he's actually going to be joining us to talk more about his music. Also with Will is his producer brother, Mr. Sterling Gittins Jr. Gentlemen, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on Now.
Good morning. How are you feeling?
I'm good. How are you? Love the colors this morning.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I had to make a little impression, so the light bright had to be bright.
I love that you guys still have the accent. I just love it. So first of all, Will, let me just tell you that I've listened to your music. I love your music. Tell us a little bit more about this, because I realize it seems as if you're doing R&B. I've heard a little fusion of Afrobeats there as well, all while keeping your accent. So tell me some more about it.
Well, I spoke about this the other day where, like, when we moved to America, I was 8 years old. He was about 10. That was in the year 2000. And so when we moved here, we started to go to regular public school and just the school system in America. And we had to learn how to speak like a regular American kid so that people wouldn't make us repeat ourselves and like make fun of us and stuff like that. But whenever we came home, I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. So I said that, like, Trinidad was like, our house was like Trinidad, and outside the house was like we was in America. So
we moved from Trinidad to Trinidad.
Yeah.
Nice. And so what would you label your music as Will? Because like I said, I'm getting R&B, I'm getting the Afrobeats as well. What would you label it as? What particular genre?
I would say it's multifaceted. You know, it's not just one type of, hey, I'm an R&B artist or I'm a pop artist. I think it's a combination of a lot of different things, and that's just because of our like where we moved to. You know, from Trinidad, we went to Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying, with country music capital, and so we learned country and rock. And then I went to music school in Boston, and then we linked back up in Atlanta, and that's where we started to do music. And now we currently reside in LA. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, where is home? You know, Trini is the core and that's the root. But we are and the music is a sum of all the places that we've lived, you know.
Nice.
And the music is also a reflection of that song. So we've started off with the things that worked best for us as independent creatives, and that was a pop acoustic R&B sound. Mm-hmm. And from that, doing a bunch of testers as business owners, we came to realize that this song that was very popular for us was that a fusion of that Afro Islands sound, and that's actually something that we kind of wanted to put out to the world as just kind of us claiming and coining that term and putting trademark on that term of that Afro Island, which is taking that Afro sound of the Afrobeat sound and mixing it with a bunch of African diaspora sound. And with the creation of that, we're kind of introducing a new song to the world, and which is that Afro Island, and we're putting it in a 2-part project. So
Afro Island, I love how that sounds. Afro Island. So Sterling, how did you get into producing, and do you always produce the records for your brother, Will?
For about 90%, I would say, about other records I have produced, including that song that you said you did that TikTok too, that this is my age, this is my sign.
Yes.
And,
that was actually a Yinka, but and she's claiming it, so.
Oh,
a Yinka is claiming it, yes. But it was amazing. I mean, Will, I have seen some of your videos as well. I know that you would have dropped a new release. Was it back in June for your birthday? Can you tell us about that one?
Mm-hmm. Magic is one of my favorite songs that I've done in a really long time. We just looked back on the footage. We had a little zoom camera of the day we did that. It was around February of this year. And we did a writers camp, our company, JB Entertainment, that we developed. We have a lot of writers from America, amazing, some of the top writers in the world. You know, shout out to AJ, Drew, B. Sims, you know, and then we have some producers as well. But we had a writers camp here in Los Angeles, and they came here and we just wrote this song, and I was so happy, and there was so much love and positivity when we recorded the song. When we wrote it, that I just when I felt that when I was recording it. So when I heard the finished product, I was just so happy to push that out to the world because I knew that I was gonna bring a lot of joy to the world.
An early Christmas song, I love it. Sterling, but I want to ask you. So you're talking about this Afro Island sound. Of course, the root is Trinidad and Tobago, although you guys are living out in the U.S. Do you think you want to bring that sound back home here to Trinidad and collaborate with any one of our local soca artists?
Oh, of course. That's kind of the intent of that Afro Island project is to because we grew up listening to soca, but then we moved to different parts of the world where soca, of course, was less prevalent. But it's still, I mean, it's still a very energetic. It's specific, but it's worldwide. It has a worldwide appeal, and we wanted to just kind of stress that point that just because you're like from Trinidad doesn't mean you have to be locked in to just creating a specific type of song. That song can stretch and have different different type of sectors and different type of subcategories. You know what I'm saying? And that could and you could flex yourself. You could show your own personal creativity with soca and island music as a foundation. But just experience different types of music and express yourselves in those type of ways. That's kind of the core of the point that we're trying to push with this project.
Of course. And so, Will, what other music or other releases can we look out for before the year ends?
Actually, today I just went into the distribution companies and I put like 2 releases in. So the most recent one that you guys can hear first is I've done. Look, we've together been creating. I would call ourselves trendsetters. We've created a lot of the most popular trends within the last 2 years. The first one being the Zodiac, huge in 2021. And so this year, we didn't even know it at first, but we did a remix to "Easy on Me" by Adele, which went super.
Yes.
And that even though that's not an original of ours, it's still an interpolation that we did that ended up being super viral, and that led us to. I did a My Book cover with an artist named Rocky, and that the audio is being used thousands of times every day. Videos are being made to it, and I'm getting hundreds of people. Hey, can you put this on Spotify, Apple Music, other platforms? So I'm just being smart with what I did with the Easy on Me and putting that My Boo out. And then in the first week of September, we are dropping a compilation EP of some of our most popular songs. But then we're adding one new song to it, a song called "Falling for You," a beautiful R&B love song is gonna be and so we're really excited about that. And then after that it's straight, you know what I'm saying, straight island, Afro Island. So
you get Afro Island Volume 1.
And that's something that really and truly is what we're the most excited about. We talked to somebody earlier, and it's something that my brother and I do music together a lot, and this is the most intention we've ever put behind a project. And because we know we're going back home with it, that's why we on this channel with you. So we are coming back to our roots and back to our people, not just because we already try other things and we trying our home people now, but because we think it's more appropriate and it's gonna allow us not to be put in this box. If we would have started off just doing soca, what would have been a point of leaving Trinidad and experiencing different things,
That international sound, the international sound, but with the local flavor that you can still have the roots and TNT.
I like with international song with local flavor. That's right.
Of course. Well, Will and Sterling, thank you guys so much for joining us on the Now Morning Show. I am going to keep locked, of course, to your Instagram and your social media handles. But for our viewers and listeners, just remind us of what those social media handles are so we can follow up with you.
Okay, well, you
you can go ahead and find me at Produced by JR, PRODUCED BYJR on Instagram, and you can always find him on all social medias.
You can find me at Will Gittens, WILLGITTENS. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and whatever other platform they make, I will be on it too.
You'll be on it too. All right,
so that's where you can find us.
Yeah, if you could find one, you can find both of us.
You can find both of you all, of course. The dynamic duo, Will and Sterling Gittens. Yes. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the Now Morning Show. Have a good one and all the best with your project.
All the best to you guys too. Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break and be right back. You're on the Now Morning Show. It's a Friday. Stay with us.
Later, but for now I'm having fun. I'm done cause I always get hurt. Won't be here for long. Baby, you can hate me if you want. But now I gotta put myself first. We can kiss, we can touch and do